everybody, it's Mike from The Art of Guitar. First of all, I have to apologize to anybody who ever recommended that I check out this band called The Warning. It took me way too long to finally do so. I mean, I did see a clip of them a long time ago. I think I was searching The Warning by Queensryche, and their thumbnail popped up on the sidebar, and it said, The Warning playing Enter Sandman. And I clicked on it, just out of curiosity. And I thought, oh, this is cool. Maybe this is some kind of kids band. Maybe this is like School of Rock or something. And it was these three girls playing the song really, really well for their age. So I thought, okay, they have a very bright future. It's so awesome that they're playing Metallica. I can't wait to see what they do in the future. So that was the extent of my knowledge of the band. So I always thought it was funny whenever somebody would say, Mike, you got to check out The Warning. They are awesome. I always would think to myself, yeah, they're pretty good, actually. So you can imagine my surprise when I'm on my couch playing guitar, watching TV. I'm going to finally watch Severance because everybody's talking about this show. I look down at my computer and I see this thumbnail of this really intense looking concert. I'm a huge sucker for great stage production, so I clicked it thinking I was just going to see a really cool light show. Well, it starts off with a close-up of this girl, and as it pans back, she kicks into this killer riff with the drummer. I look down and it says The Warning, live on MTV. And I had to do a double take. I'm like, there's no way this is the same band. And the band already sounded awesome, and then the bass guitar kicks in. And even though I was just listening to it on my laptop, it sounded huge. The band sounded so tight and heavy, and the light show was blowing me away. I just couldn't believe this was an MTV production. No offense to MTV. I mean, I used to watch it religiously, especially back in the Headbangers Ball days. But over the years, it's gotten kind of goofy, So it was really cool to see this insane next level concert happening on an MTV production. I mean, you have to watch the whole thing, but the lights were insane. And the stage was lighting up and fire was happening. It was almost like the Metallica concert I just went to. But what really grabbed me was the intensity of the band. It wasn't just their music either. Their stage presence, just their attitude. It was so rock and roll. We live in a time where a lot of live performances are fake. They have a lot of backing tracks, auto-tune, they have all these different things. And sometimes they're not even really playing. A lot of artists go up and they're just lip syncing or faking that they're playing, but not this time. So I started getting this nostalgic feel for old school concerts again. Even though the lights and all that kind of stuff were very, modern looking, the music and the intensity and the realness was all there again. I wanted to research the band right away, but I was so captivated that I actually watched it all the way through to the end of the song. Meanwhile, Severance is paused in the background on my TV still. I thought to myself, there's no way this is the same band, The Warning, that I saw a clip of a long time ago. First off, I didn't realize how old the Enter Sandman clip was. Second, even though they're both three-piece girl bands, I thought that's just a coincidence. Well, after the song got done, you could probably imagine my shock when I clicked on their channel name. And then I went under videos and I clicked oldest. And guess what was there? The Enter Sandman video, along with a whole bunch of other videos. They had been putting out videos for about 15 years now. The earliest video, I think, was just the drummer playing a Taylor Swift song or something like that. And then from there, it went to some piano stuff. And then finally, they had some band footage. One of the very first songs they covered was from the band Muse. Now, you can already tell these girls were going to be something different. I mean, how many kids bands get together and play a Muse song? So I read up on them a little bit, and it turns out that all the members are still the original members of the band. I thought maybe one or two of them are still left and they just got a new singer or something, because all of a sudden the singer has blonde hair. But no, it's the same people. When I found out that they're all sisters, it made perfect sense, because recently I did a video on family bands. A family that plays together tends to stay together. You're under the same roof. There's no excuse not to go to band practice. And even if you fight, you're going to fight like siblings and you're going to forgive each other. Sometimes when you fight with a stranger, it's easy just to let them go forever, quit the band, get somebody else, but not when it's your sisters. Now, as a music teacher myself, who's been teaching over 30 years now, including rock band classes, I had the best time combing through all their videos in chronological order. Well, not all of them, I skipped over some, but it was really cool to see the progression happening. But I got such a kick out of the different types of music they were playing. I already said Metallica, but then they would play like, Guns N' Roses, Taylor Swift. What really shocked me was they played Twisted Sister.
We're not gonna take it.
And I thought that would have been a great band name if they didn't go with The Warning, just the Twisted Sisters. That'd be a really good tribute band, I guess, too. I kept clicking on videos and it felt like I was a time traveler, just fast forwarding through their progress. And suddenly I got to a video where they were playing Enter Sandman again, but many years later. It was about a decade later. And it was at this outdoor gig, I believe, and they had taken the song and actually made it into their own style. And I thought, man, this really has to inspire a lot of people that are in cover bands, because early on, this band played all covers from what I could see. And then eventually they found their own sound, and they even turned cover songs into their own style. So people that rip on people that only play covers, you might want to back off, because look at what this could become eventually. Now, even though I wasn't their teacher, I still felt really proud of them, as if I were their teacher. I'm always happy whenever people get together and they stick to something until they reach these really high levels of greatness. I have experienced that before with my students, so I kind of felt like that same feeling with this band. Talk about paying your dues. As you click through their videos, you realize how many times they've performed live ever since they were so young, and they've been through it all. They had all their successes, they've had all their failures, but they're still here. It's like the power and the payoff of persistence. It's something I preach all the time to my students, but a very small percentage of people really stick to something like these girls did. So by the time I got to the most recent videos, as well as the one I just watched, the MTV concert, it all made sense why there's such an air of confidence in this band. Everything from the very first shot of the concert video all the way through to the end, you just feel like this badass quality to them. Like, hey, we've been here before, we've done this a million times. This is not that big a deal. I'm sure they were still excited though. That's why it killed me when somebody referred to them as a new band. I just kept thinking, man, if they only knew what these girls have been through, I would have been like, yeah, we're just another one of those 13-year overnight success stories. That's another part of persistence too, is you never know what's going to be the tipping point for your band. I mean, for me to finally notice this group, it took them all the way to get to that MTV stage. And as soon as I clicked on that video, I went and checked out all their other videos. So if you're a band out there and you just feel like you're just throwing out your videos into the void and nothing's ever happening with them, just keep building that collection, because you never know which video is going to finally start the snowball effect rolling for you. Now, the best part is because they started so young, they've reached this high level already in their early 20s. So they're just starting in a weird way to reach their full potential. And I could see these girls being a huge part in bringing rock, hard rock, and metal back into the spotlight, playing real instruments, writing their own original music, and doing it at a very high level. After all that, I didn't even watch Severance. I just spent the rest of the night listening to some of their original songs. So yes, even though I'm late to the party, I am now officially a Warning fan. Don't wait around like I did. Check these girls out as soon as you can. I mean, it's so cool to see them where they're at now and then go back and see where they came from. I think you'll appreciate them in a much deeper way like I do now. And thanks again to everybody who recommended this band to me. I finally got there. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. Check out their videos, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.